So I.S.U.P.K. in North Carolina, we covering Fayetteville, North Carolina, aka Fayetteville. We got Durham, North Carolina, aka Duck Down Durham. We got Goldsboro, man. We got the coal miners right here. You know what I mean? We got Charlotte. You know what I mean? We about to come soon to a state or city near you. You understand? What you gotta say for him, man? Okay. This is Officer Rock with I.S.U.P.K. We're at the 17th annual Juneteenth celebration in Durham, the Bull City.
I would love to be able to come out here and join hands with the man who enslaved us and have a good time and celebrate the freedom of Black people and just enjoy ourselves and celebrate life. I would love to just celebrate life with all the nations and all these nations and different peoples coming from all different ways and walks of life. I would love to, and I'm sure my brothers would too. But for 400 years in America, Black people have been trying to join with these other nations, and all we've ever been able to do is mourn the death of our children, man. To mourn the death of our brothers.
I.S.U.P.K. is the island. Up in the shoot, them wolves that be howling. Up in the jungle, lions be prowling. I.S.U.P.K. is the island. Up in the shoot, them wolves that be howling. Up in the jungle, lions be prowling. I.S.U.P.K. is the island.
Say what? The Lord has more power than anybody, man. What the hell is Pharaoh to God, man? You said, what the hell is America to God? What is a career to having a baby that grandfather is not in the household no more to teach you how to have morals, to teach you how to be responsible, to teach you how to know, understand accountability. You understand? What's something that Black people have to be accountable for? When you open your legs, there's a possibility that you can have a baby. Maybe if you're not ready to have a baby, you just close your legs. Maybe if you're not ready to bring a child forth through this world, you should not have sex. You understand? If you don't want cancer, you shouldn't smoke cigarettes. Whoever had the ear to listen.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep. I am not sent. I am not sent. He said he's not sent. Okay, but you guys, according to the Bible, I just said that. I said he was sent for the Israel. No, you never said that. So the reason why Grandma was doing what she was doing alone is because when Grandma went to the woman, she decided to leave. No. She decided to make herself. You're running. Right? You're running. Get out of here. Get out. That's the problem. You said he played. What about the brother? The brother didn't understand the same thing the sister did. No, you said Jerusalem and some of the things.
Black men and Black women have to learn from God, man. They have to learn because
you belong right here on this plantation.
For 40 years, they've been part of my church. We've been in church for over 400 years.
I.S.U.P.K. is the island.
Watch yourself when something happened to you.
Hey, shalom. Now, we out here, 17th annual Juneteenth festival. You know what I'm saying? We out here for the sole purpose of telling our people what time it is, man, and getting them to understand the truth according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They give us these holidays. They give us their American way of life. You know what what I'm saying? They give us, the Bible says, a gift destroyeth the heart. They give us a lot of things, but none of these things benefit black people in the long run. None of them get us out of slavery. None of them get us out of the conditions we've been living in for over 400 years. So we're going to tell the people about what's going on, man, and really get an understanding about what we should be doing, which is joining the I.S.U.P.K and the Convention.
And we don't learn about this in school. And I'm a retired school teacher, so I know. Like, I didn't even know about Juneteenth. Yeah, so we just have a lack of education. So we just came from Stagville.
Historical Stagville, right up the road.
Yeah, so
We've all been to historical Stagville. Go there, it's a different feeling. It's a vastly different feeling if a black man or a Hispanic man was to say, you know what, we should separate from America. When I say separate, I don't just mean we just leave the American soil, but that, you know what, black people have the right to have our own separate government.
because maybe at some point it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. I get it. And at the same time, we're here because we want to celebrate liberation, and that's everybody. But we also understand if people want to say we're done with you. Like, I get it.
You America, what's your relationship with American people?
Well, everybody's different. So when you ask the word should, I'm like, just say, you know, who's to say, right? If I had my way? If I had it my way, I mean, gentrification wouldn't be happening, right? We would have a lot more rights, equity, and
Ownership
over a lot of things in this country. Yeah, we'd be leading the government, if anything.
So we think so.
We'd be the government.
Oh, okay. I like how that sounds.
Yeah.
So, God don't give a damn about prosperity preach, man. He don't give a damn about you driving a Bentley. When Christ rolled in, Christ was from Nazareth, man, which was the ghetto, man. And he the greatest man that ever walked the face of the planet Earth, and he was poor, man. When has America ever loved black people and came together with you? Never. Never. They can't even apologize for the crimes that they committed, man. We got a school right down the street on 2534 South Foxborough Street, where these brothers hold classes Monday through Friday and teach the truth of the Bible, man. Teach you what your pastor will never teach you, man. And again, if you feel like what I'm saying is a lie, then come and talk about it. Step up. It's supposed to be about black love. And let me tell you something, whether you believe in Christianity, or whether you believe in Egyptology, or you believe in Nubianism, or whatever you believe, we got one thing in common. Black people are dying in this place, man. And so now is the time to come find a solution. We think we African. We think we African American.
You got folks here saying, let's go back to Africa. Let's go to Liberia. Well, I am not African.
This chart right here will show you who you are according to the Bible, man. If you're on this chart, if your father, man, by paternal lineage, if you're on this chart, you are an Israelite according to the Bible, man. You are God's chosen people according to this Bible.
You would never do that, right?
What is he doing?
Searching for gold.
Fighting someone's foot?
It's disgusting, right? Ham.
Ancient Israel would not know what Israel means. If you say Israelite to an ancient Israelite, they don't know what the hell is that. Because why? The ancient word is what? Yasher Allah. And if you want to say Israelite, you say Yasher Allah Yah. That's how you say Israelite. You don't say Israel or Israelite. And guess what? In Christ, he would have spoken hard. He would have talking about that. He would have never said Eli. I said that Eli Lama Sabah is modern Hebrew. No, I didn't know it is not. You said it was Greek a second ago. Now it's modern Hebrew. Because modern Hebrew comes from Greek. Modern Hebrew comes from Greek. It don't come from ancient Hebrew. All right. I.S.U.P.K is the island. Up in the shoot, them wolves that be howling. Up in the jungle line. Something's gotta change, man. We've been taught the same thing for 400 years. To love everybody. God is all love. We're supposed to just hug each other and sing and dance, man. The Jewish man did not sing and dance with the
SHALAM, Yahweh all the brothers, Yahweh Shema, come by, shout all the sisters. We are the I.S.U.P.K out here in Durham, North Carolina. We're out here at the 17th annual Juneteenth Festival.
Thank you for watching I.S.U.P.K Durham. Get some food for your knowledge, man, for your head. I.S.U.P.K. Peace.
What's going on? This is J Love in the Bull City. I just want to say thanks for watching I.S.U.P.K Bull City Durham.
Thank you for watching I.S.U.P.K Durham.
Thank you for watching I.S.U.P.K Durham.
All of me G's, them strap machine grease. When yeah, one general a speak. King of Kingston guns, them not discreet. Hustle the money, no funny feet. Spy if he die, ride them off that the least. I young dogs with the crocodile teeth. Cause I'm gonna be normal. Touch with them.
Practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for. And play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We're talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we're talking about practice.
Best believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere of and they wonder it's not me. It's beef, we strut a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting him, that's Ali. You reach, I teach you with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'ma go, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show them how it goes. Try to stomach this thug life. They bring out the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe, connected from Cali to New York, nigga, so let it go. Made for this. Nigga, I eat bars and drink flows, thinking you woke into your third eye peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy. It's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early. This bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game. These niggas lame. State bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same. You want the easy pass? Tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through the fire. You can't stand the rain. Take an aim. Tell him runner he can try his best. Drive a car named after me. That's why I'm in the vet. Lamping these niggas once again, and I ain't break a sweat. Number 1 at everything I do. That's why I'm one west. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot. So forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this. Janitor with the mop stick. You gonna need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit. 10 for 10, I do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog. It is not mixed. They can see that my mind's sick. I don't write, I find shit. I don't like it, then I switch. If I touch it, it's diamond. Tell a bitch that I'm God sent. It ain't because my kicks is built like 5'6", 5'7" is my bitch. Dangerous, high risk. I lose it, get another one. You think I'm talking about a girl? I'm talking about another gun. We here now? Hey, look, it is what it is now. We don't fuck with the house niggas. We burn the crib now. I'm ahead now. And I hope they can hear now. I don't care if you think it's it, nigga. I don't fear clown. Silences make it sound like raindrop. That's a firestorm. Get the job done in the view and get fired on. If you niggas standing for nothing, what you dying for? If you put real with real, that's how I was born. Walk in this bitch ready for war. I'm in riot form. I want these niggas to see me flex. That's why I am armed. I shouldn't live in the crib, nigga. I should buy a farm to go through this shit so ever. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm.
That's why I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is BLACKWATCH with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he make man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
You don't need a black man in the White House. You need a black man in every black house.
many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Blackwatch. Let the show begin.
Is falling apart. Nobody knows if they're coming or going. If a man is a man and a woman is a woman, the world has gotten mad and crazy. All right, we got a lot to unpack this week. BET Awards shamed and degraded black people. Okay, pushed the Hamites in, pushed every evil act that white people want us to receive and accept and to be brainwashed under. A lot is going on. So let's start unpacking it. Let's get into it. Anything else before we jump in?
Sir.
All right. Got the heavy hitters in the building with me. General Maka'ala holding it down. General Hazai Young holding it down. General Muhammad is on his way back from Canada on mission. Officer Marah, Yedaya, and Ibad in the building, holding us down. Along with, we got special guests. We got famous guests in the house now. Certain famous people coming to visit us now. You understand? We got Officer Danyala in the building with us. You understand? Yo, man. Okay.
Top three.
Right?
That's right. Not 3 and 2.
Not
top
2,
three.
not 3,
Yeah,
not
right.
2.
Yeah, right.
God.
You see that video when he was young?
Yeah.
He took me back.
Big shout out to him, holding it down, you know what I mean? And listen, and it's okay. It's so, if I could just mention it for a second, it's such a righteous thing, man, to bring in righteous music from the Most High. Like, if you're gonna be a warrior, you need to know what to war for. Like, what good is a warrior if you don't know what to war over? That's our problem. We got warriors, or we got plenty of warriors in our nation, but do the warriors know what to war for? Obviously not. We got a story this week with some 5-year-old girl is dead in a car. So it's obvious you don't know what to war over. But thanks be to the Lord, he raising up prophets of the Lord to bring you some music, to point you in the right direction, and show you what you should war for. Our culture and identity is everything.
That's right.
Our culture, our identity, our laws, statutes, and commandments, who we are as a people is everything. Not knowing who we are is what kept us in slavery for 400 years. And brothers like Officer Daniel and so many others. Big shout out to Captain Tower War. Oh, man. His latest album also. Okay. Big shout out to Captain Makad Abarayan. Another one. And so many other ones. Quarak out in the West Coast. I don't know all the names, but there's so many brothers out there trying to change the game and produce good music. You understand?
I heard the brother in Houston, big Habana, yeah.
Oh,
He dropped something nice. I said, damn, go ahead. I called the break. Something, bro. I forget the name of it.
Can you find him, nice. Let's see if we can throw it up in here with us, because once again, like, this is what we need to change the direction we in. Without the culture we have now is given. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, I'm done.
Like, the culture we have now is the culture they gave us. They given us LGBTQ plus youth and using black people as the vehicle to push it. Will show you the main one they want to have it. You understand? And we tied it together this weekend on this same Blackwatch channel. We tied it together when we went through that movie and showed that one of the founders that created the whole LGBTQ movement is a doctor from Baltimore that did experiments on young black boys and homosexuality. You understand? Will show you the vehicle they using. They gave us that. They gave us all this transsexual stuff. They giving us all these things, and our younger brothers and sisters who don't know better, they don't even know better. They just going with what. And let me tell you something, if I could, fam. Let me tell you something about Esau that he knows about you that you may not realize. Esau knows that because we've been in slavery for 400 years, we are constantly in the mode to be revolutionary. We are constantly, as a people, just as a people, especially that each generation comes in, we are constantly trying to be more and more revolutionary. And as we try to become more and more revolutionary,
you are now tuned in to the I.S.U.P.K.
You know, we latch on to whatever revolution we can latch on to that keeps the slave master happy. And so it's very easy for the slave master to press your button and to make you latch on to him. And in latching on to him, you then turn around now and you start in whatever revolution he starts. Like, you didn't decide in your own mind and your own studies that, you know, transsexual lifestyle was something that you should accept. But he have you thinking that you are, because he turns it into a revolution. So then it become a revolution of, you know, transgender, they got rights, they should be loved. He pour that into you, and then the next thing you know, you standing up for it like it's something to be right. You ain't even really made the decision to do it. And once again, why the Bible, y'all jump in any time, why the Bible is so important to us in this time. The Bible's so important to us in this time because without these scriptures, you wouldn't have a measuring stick. They want you to, they're going to eventually push for a revolution against the Bible. They're going to push for blacks and Latinos to reject the Bible all out. And the reason they're going to push for that is because they're going to want blacks and Latinos to turn down the Bible. Why? Because they know in them scriptures, you're going to be able to balance yourself. You're going to be able to balance yourself with what is right and what is wrong. And they already know this. This is why they stop it every chance they can.
If I could, sir.
Yeah.
And that's why Paul said in the New Testament, in Romans 15:4, where he said, where Paul said that the things written aforetime for our learning, man. You're going to learn from the Old Testament of what to do, what not to do, like our commander GEN.YAHANNA said. And the Bible says, the making of many books, there is no end. You know what I mean? You know, but a word is to the flesh. I mean, you're going to learn all these things out here, but not learn the truth. Studying this and studying that, being taught this, being taught that, but you're not going to know who you are and what the Lord wants from you. You understand? That's why it's heavy what Paul left for us to follow. So that's all.
Damn right. Tell them where you at. Read that for me, you die, please.
Khan Wakan, sir. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths.
See that? Stand in the way and see. Go and observe. Step out there and look at your people and ask, what is the old way? And I'm not talking about the old way like from the 60s or for the brothers from the past, because tons of brothers in the past made mistakes in your family and all that. And that's why a lot of brothers and sisters confused, because your foreparents, your immediate parents and grandparents made all kind of mistakes. But you got to look for the ancient days that we had and why we were better off then than we are now. Go ahead, Doc.
Khan Wakan, sir. Where is the good way?
Where is the good way? Where is the way that the Lord wants us to go? Where's the good way? Because this way that they're trying to take black people in now is an evil, evil, horrible way. And let me tell you one last thing, if I could intervene in it on this. Y'all generals, I know y'all can confirm this. Like, what is going to be so, okay, what gives me pain in my heart when it comes to black people, Latino people, Native Indian people is what you are doing with these Africans. Like, you are about to make yourself the slaves of these Africans because they're about to bring in all the African religions to you. That's getting ready to be next. All the voodoo and the charms and the this and the that, all that dumb religions they got over there, they're getting ready to bring them all them religions over here. They're getting ready to bring all those cultures over here. While you accepting of these Hamites because BET and other giant corporations run by the Japanese own your world. Like BET is owned by the Japanese, which those companies, oh, you didn't know? Oh, yeah. Even Morale was like, hold up, man. Wait a minute, Gerald, you slipping? Is it a little, what's going on with the general, y'all? No, you're right, Marah. It's crazy. And I remember back in the day when we was on the streets in D.C. speaking, BET, which was founded in D.C. right by Howard University, BET was run by a cat named Johnson, a black dude, Bob Johnson.
Yep.
He ran the whole damn company, and it was like such a crowning achievement of black people because you could drive right by Howard University and you could see BET with their big giant disc and everything on the roof of the building. It might still be that way, I don't know, but you could see it right there, and black people were so proud that they had black entertainment television. But in essence, the Japanese took it over, bought it from him, and now they are deciding what program go on. And these are corporations who are heavily invested by white Americans. Even though it's Japanese owned, it's invested by white Americans. So your whole television from BET is coming from, Japanese who have to keep stockholders happy. It ain't coming because they put a black woman up. She's the chairperson, been with the company since she been an intern from Howard. So of course she got a whole reputation to make you think, oh, this is black run, this is pro-black. When in essence, they just decided in a boardroom what they gonna pour down on black people and Latino people. And they decided and show you how they work together. I'm sorry, y'all bear with me on this quick point. Let me show you how they work together. Right now, the Chinese are gobbling up Africa like crazy. So the West has to get in there and get Africa. So what is the West going to do? They're going to have BET and other companies. That's why you got African songs on rotation on the radio. You got tons of them songs on rotation on the radio because they bringing all that in. They bringing it in because that's their way, one of their ways in to build the economics of Africa is to let Africans eat you. That's how. Just like the Koreans did it, just like the Vietnamese did it, just like the Arabs did it, just like everybody that they had to go to war with and make allies, just like the East Indians, they all was able to come in and gobble you up. Well, guess what? In a minute, your landlord is going to be African. In a minute, your mortgage broker going to be an African. In a minute, your Uber drivers are going to be all African. Oh, they're going to get that too. Remember, cabs all across America was black people's business. That was the poor black man's job. He pay a base fee, drive the cab, make a few dollars. He was a free poor, when you poor, had no education. Now all that got taken over by the East Indians, the Arabs, all of that. Now, eventually, they'll take over the Uber and then watch them raise the rates of the Uber where it be livable. Right now, brothers is struggling with the Uber. They got to put in a lot of hours. They got to work hard to make the money in, but they want to get rid of it. They'll come with rules, run you out, and then, of course, they'll raise the rates so that the Africans can come in and get a piece of the action. Why? Because they got to finance them African countries.
If I can, it's amazing, because black and brown people, they fight all their young life and spend money in studios, trying to make songs, trying to get out there, put out an album, spend money on production. Album don't hit like that, so they do it again. They trying to fight. They constantly fighting for years just to make the one hit. After years and years, they get one hit, they make it so they can get invited to an award show. This Hamite, she get up there last night. This is my first award show, and look, I won an award. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This is pushed on them to put above us. You know what I'm saying?
Now she the spokesperson.
Right. Good.
You know, man, push right over the top of us like you bring it out. General, please stop me.
No, that was it. That was
you know, man, like that's like it, which is so crazy. And then she sat up there and said, I want every little girl to look at me. Look at me, and I want you to see you in me.
Good.
Because you can be me.
Good.
Brother, my dinner got upset over that because, of course, now you understand some heathen gets to be, and they gonna push more of it. And those in the entertainment world, you gonna see the wave, and you gonna sell out like KendrickLamar sold out, and you gonna let them Hamites go all the way wherever they gotta go with it. Go ahead, you was getting ready to get it.
Yeah, if I could, just like how even here in Southwest, they got a part of Southwest and Willen Avenue that's all Hamites. You hear me, General? I'm talking about I'm talking about maybe 5 to 6 blocks coming straight up Blount Avenue, where it's now all Hamites, where they own all the businesses, own everything up in there.
See
you know
that?
what I mean?
They got
And
a
they
whole
own,
neighborhood.
the whole neighborhood, you know. So now you got the BET Awards, if I could, sir.
Please.
You got the BET Awards, whatever girl said what you said, and then now in the ghetto, they running everything. What you gonna think black people gonna think?
Yeah.
They gonna fall right in line underneath them, man.
And you gonna look at them like they better. I told you they did it back then with Eddie Murphy. When Eddie Murphy came out with that first Coming to America, man, black men was in trouble getting no black woman.
Yeah.
Every black woman wanted one of them Africans, man, and ran out and got them Africans, and they ran more check scams on you than a little bit. When they got finished with your checkbook, you open your checkbook, it was 2 pages in it, the front and the back. Everything else in the checkbook was gone. They was running more Nigerian scams on you than a little bit because of our ignorance, man. To what, and once again, this is what you got to remember when you're looking at the Bible, that the Israelites is the only people that God had to make a law to stop you from going and giving everything away to the other nation. You're the only people he had to make a law. He got rid of King Saul. He got rid of the king over this BS. That's how serious it was to the Lord.
Yeah.
Like you go out there and having mercy on a nation that's trying to slaughter you, and the Lord gonna get rid of you. That's how wicked it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we got it ingrained in us. It's like these heathens got to always get mercy. And you're right, that thing, man, they was all up in there, and it's on the radio too. They slipping it in. I don't even be knowing what it is. I just know this don't sound black. I'll be like, boop, next song. Because it do not sound black. I know this don't sound, this ain't, you know.
Yeah, it's different. In Israel, you know, black people know it. That's what made me look it up. I said, something, that ain't Benjamin. I said, that ain't Levi. I had to look it up. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
that was it.
If I could add something, General, you always spot me. I see you.
Look, they need it,
You
General.
be sparking me. Listen, for everybody out there that say I'm always cutting General Mayak off, it's not my fault. General Mayak, we've been doing this a long time.
On purpose.
He know how to spark my ass. He know how to smack me with it. Like, we be on that. You know what I mean? General Muhammad too. Like, I do it a ton. But anyway, if I could just add to what General Mayak was saying, which was give it up to General Mayak.
Right, sir.
If I could just add to that, listen, Mayak, you so heavy what you said. Do you know, since they've been pushing this African thing, they've been completely suppressing reggae. If you notice that. Ain't no reggae hardly even on the radio no more. They've been suppressing the reggae when trying to bring in the African. They also been suppressing the reggaeton, all of them Latino. Remember Cardi B bust out with them Latino English songs?
Yeah.
They trying to crush all of that so that the Hamite songs can come in. It's orchestrated. This ain't random. This ain't just what people like. People ain't sitting home calling up the radio station saying, I want to hear Mukubu. I want to hear Mukubu song. Ain't nobody doing that, man. And if I could, like General Mayak said, okay, you know how long it would take for a new genre of music to come into the sphere of music that takes decades to happen. You know what I mean? You know how long it took for reggae started out in the 60s, and it still ain't bust over the top in mainstream with everything else. Latino music as well, except in the Latino world is big, but crossing into the American side, even with American Latinos, it ain't even that big. And it's even difficult between different Latino groups, like Mexican music and Puerto Rican music or Cuban sound. They don't all just meld together. It takes a long time before them different songs and genres and artists get accepted. Yet these Hamites, all of a sudden, overnight, they on regular rotation of music. Man, it's garbage, man. Go ahead, Marasalah.
And if I may, sir, they actually took over the style of Benjamite music. They got, like, if you listen to all their stuff that they do, like especially being in Southwest, I be riding past now, and it, just like General Mayak said, it's like that it sounds just like Benjamin until you hear how they speaking, and then it's that's not Benjamin. But they took everything, the style of the beat, the style of what they doing, but it's Mantubu,
doing all the songs. Like they got a whole thing, like their whole music style. They just basically stole Benjamin. If I may.
And they did something else. They said best new music at BT. They said best new music, international music. And they were all Hamites. Wasn't no Benjamites from the Caribbean. I think it was one black dude from England. I think they threw him in the pot. But everybody else was all Hamites, man, that they brought in. Once again, they're going to do you dirty, black people, Latino people, Native Indian. They're going to do you very, very dirty with these Hamites. These Hamites are going to be over the top of you. I'm watching them. They buying up real estate. They being financed. They opening up stores and shops, taking over neighborhoods. And they're going to become your master on the next go round. They're going to become your master, and you're going to be back under them struggling to survive. And then it's really going to be bad because they're going to act like they're the better blacks. And so are white people. White people are going to treat them like they're the better blacks. Watch when rich white people start adopting them and all kinds of stuff. Like we are constantly under a spiritual attack in some way, shape, or form. And that's why the Lord raised the prophets up to open up our eyes to see this, man. Okay, so I diverted off the story. It's a lot. You know, go back to it and get back in it, y'all.
If I could, sir, which is why they put Obama in office.
Boom.
It's the whole reason why he got the office. He didn't get it because he a black man. He got it because he ain't Hamite. They can stomach a Hamite being over them, but not no black man. It's slavery over them, man. That's why they did it.
As they say about Hollywood too, they say most Europeans, they don't like when black people is starring. The African Americans are starring the movie. They rather get the Hamites to play African American parts. And it's videos circulating lately. I saw it was a Hamite interviewing another Hamite, but she was trying to convince him that black people in America are their family. And he said, no, we don't need them. We don't need them. He said, okay, they maybe come from Africa once upon a time, but they come over here when they've been here for so long, they're not us anymore. They're American. We don't need them. We're good. We finance. We got this. We got that. We don't need them. And it was like, she just looked at the camera. She knew.
And that same interview that she said, haha, I totally agree. At the end, she said, I totally agree with that Hamite. I think I brought that out at camp one time. Like I seen that same interview. Like they agree. They don't want nothing to do with it.
They're on one page. We are not them. You know what I'm saying?
God, like we better use wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And see what the hell is happening.
You know what I find out, sir? When I'm looking at different movies they got on TV now, and they got the thing to where you can look and see who the actors are.
Yeah. I
look at the black actors, and damn, they're all on be Hamites. I look at them, they portraying Jake. They look just like Jake. I read the name, Mutombo. I be like, what kind of that? Almost all of them now, like it bring back to where I think it was General Max said about Hollywood, where they don't want a lead slave over top of them. They're taking Hamite, but they don't want a lead slave over them lead actors. And a lot of them actors now, a lot of them are Ham. When you read the credits about the movies or the shows, a lot of them be Hamites.
And that's crazy.
And
that's crazy. And here's the thing: in another generation, they'll be speaking good English. You won't be able to tell based on the language.
Yeah.
And what you don't know about a lot of these Hamites is that a lot of these Hamites have these different religions, and they believe in slavery in these religions.
Yeah.
A lot of you go out and marry these Hamites, and them Hamites separate you from your family, move you to another side of the world or the country. And your life be in slavery under that Hamite for 20 years until you figure it out and be ready to fly back home to your own people and realize you ain't one of them. And a lot of you done been lured into that. And we done heard the stories in them countries. Y'all love to act like, you going over there and you back home and it's wonderful and it's beautiful. When you going back over there, man, to hell up under them hammers, and they ain't mixing with you. That's another major lie. You go to them African countries, man, they ain't mixing with you. And thanks be to the Lord, they not mixing with you because you're the chosen people of the Lord. Let me tell you something. If you're looking for the truth, the things of this world are going to be the things that this world teaches you that are so good and right. You're going to find out are so wrong and so against the Lord and so not what the Lord wanted, which is once again why during crisis time, They were so messed up. It was so messed up because, here Christ was showing them the truth, but they had been brainwashed by the Romans totally against Christ. Finish that scripture for me, Did we finish it? We'll get off of this.
Come. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 6 and verse 16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths.
Ask for the old paths, man. Ask to understand what happened in the past. Go ahead.
Wakan, sir. Where is the good way? And walk therein.
And walk therein. The good way is in these scriptures, man. That's the good way. The good way is knowing these laws, statutes, and commandments. Knowing your identity. And let me tell you something, real last point, and y'all jump in if y'all want. When I see brothers wake up in this truth and come in this truth, they come so alive with their identity. It's like a lot of things you thought was wrong or they was teaching you was wrong was really just your culture that you was born with. And by taking that culture back and finding out that it's actually okay to be in that culture makes brothers so whole, sisters so themselves. Like brothers and sisters begin to become themselves again. And that's what that scripture is talking about. So that you don't be like Adam was in the garden, going around seeking the fig leaves to cover you, meaning going around seeking the other nations to give you an identity. How you going to have to go to the Arabs to get your God, or the East Indians to get your God, or the Africans to have identity? And they did that with us in the 70s. Man, we were wearing dashikis in the 70s. You couldn't tell a Negro he wasn't an African.
Yeah.
Everything was back to Afro. Everything was an Afro and a dashiki. I remember to this day, I wish I could find them things. I remember my old man had a couple of them dashiki. I went back in the old closet, man, pulled the closet back one time. I was young in the truth. I pulled the closet back. I saw an authentic 1970s dashiki in the closet. I asked my mom, what's this? Yeah, your dad, he used to wear those. Yeah, he used to wear those back in the day. I said, well, goddamn, he ain't no better. Our people ain't no better. That's what we did. We tried to take on their cultures, and it is why we keep failing in this world, man. You know what I mean? So, Salaki, that's it. Let's move on, can we? Unless y'all good? Yeah, let's go. Go ahead, you die, please.
Some Jewish groups blast the end of Roe as a violation of their religious beliefs.
I don't know nobody who's really studies the Torah who could ever be about abortion. I just don't understand it. Seeing that the greatest, most powerful story in that Old Testament, one of the greatest, I don't want to say the greatest, was Moses, being delivered, the children of Israel being delivered from the Egyptians. That was born from abortion, from anti-abortion. That was born, and will show you that our people in the state we are today, if the Lord was sending you a Moses, you done. Because you ain't going to stand, you ain't trying to save them babies. Like back then, them Israelites knew to save the baby. Even the midwives knew to save them babies. But today, if the Lord said, I'm going to send Moses to deliver them out of the hands of America, you in a jam up. Because today, Moses' mother going to be brainwashed into believing to go ahead and kill that baby, if not for the Most High. If not for the prophets bringing it out. Go ahead, Ak. And this is a so-called Jew, white Jews. Go ahead, Ak.
Khan, sir. While some have celebrated justice decision striking down Roe versus Wade as a win for religious freedom, some religious Jews say prohibitions on abortion violate their religious belief. Khan. It says interpretations vary across Judaism, but some religious Jews believe that a fetus is a part of the parent's body and that a baby is only considered a person once it takes its first breath.
Like they monsters.
God. Wow.
God. Like they monsters.
Wow. Can I read something?
Please, General, come on.
Let me read it. This is a story. Then listen, it's easy to find. Go to any science site or anything. This is called blood circulation in the fetus and newborn.
Listen to General Mayak sisters out here. Don't be played, man. Don't let them play you. Go ahead.
The fetus is connected by the umbilical cord to the placenta, the organ that develops and implants in the mother's uterus during pregnancy. Every sister know that. Through the blood vessels in the umbilical cord, the fetus receives all the necessary nutrition, oxygen, and life support from the mother through the placenta.
Did you say life support?
Life support.
Was that a doctor that said that?
Yes, cut it one
Good
time.
night, Irene. Like you
That's
can't get no clearer than that. A doctor said it. Life support. God damn, man. Come on, life support. Sisters, have them babies, man.
Damn right, General.
Have them beautiful brown babies. Have them little chocolate things. Have all them little things, man.
Damn right, sir.
You know what I mean? Have all them things, man. Have them babies, man. Every school in Israelite school, UPK, brothers do not, and sisters, do not stop them babies when they in that class. I don't care how loud you got to talk over. Talk over. Let them babies run. Let them knock the chairs over. You know what I mean? Whatever they want to do, drink juice, candy, cakes, whatever they want to do, man, just let them babies live up in there, man. Let them have a good old time. They're going to cast out demons, too. Them babies, why? You're going to have them babies run up in the class. Some old evil bastard going to say, well, you can't even hear what they're teaching in class. The babies are running around out of control. Let that demon get run up out that class, man. Like, the baby's going to cast out demons. Them babies running up and down. Yo, man, you aggravated, can't take it no more. Man, let them babies tear up shop, man. Like, them babies living. Something Captain Imadia Shaw said to me. He was on the phone talking to me. He said something that was real heavy. He said, General, he said, the prophets is going to live. I said, damn. Like, he caught my attention with that. And I even think on that level, the prophets are going to get to live. Those is prophets coming through them women.
Yep.
You understand? That's the government of Christ's kingdom. Get me right, y'all.
You right,
that's
General.
the government of Christ's kingdom coming to pass.
Damn right,
You
General.
know what I mean? We read the story of Elizabeth and John. We read the story of Christ. They can ready to come through that fire.
Christ said, all that the Father has given me, I'm going to raise it up again at the last day.
Damn.
Yeah. We ain't all here yet.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Damn right.
You know what I mean? Right or wrong.
Right, General. You right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, damn, let them little prophets and prophetesses, as if you want to call them, let them live. Let them little sisters live. Or I should say prophets' wives. All right, let me get it right. Because you know what it be being here. Some sister being here with her daughter like, this is the prophetess son. And we had to check her. You know what I mean? Like, we are a nation, and listen, and we in the best time. Because we a nation getting ready to come back alive again. Well, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if everybody understand. We a nation being born again into a new nation because Christ went on that cross and died.
Damn right, Joe. Damn right, sir.
I mean? Is there more?
That's right. General, if I could,
please.
I'm gonna go back on what General Mayak said and what he said about that umbilical cord and that placenta being a lifeline for the baby. But it's why when a baby come out, if you had a child, they always have the father cut the umbilical cord. Why? That umbilical cord is tied to the baby. Give him the nutrients. Now it's going to be able to get, on his own now. You got to cut that part. You know what I mean? But it's the whole thing that go along with it. Which makes no sense for them to say the things they say about this here, man. You know what I mean? And the ones who do it and pushing that abortion, you doing witchcraft and murder against God's chosen people. It's simple. Witchcraft and murder. That's all it is, man.
That whole vibe, it's like a ghoulish vibe, like them good ghouly movies, Transylvania and
Yeah.
Dracula. Like, when I hear them no, they can't do this to us. It's like, this is a ghoulish place. It's like dark. It's like a dark shadow over America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I could, Daya or Daniela, can I get Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 5 real fast? Because I really want to bring this out. I'm going to put it in y'all chest about what they're doing with this whole abortion thing, man. And the Lord was very specific in what you're doing. He gonna call you out on what you're doing. He gonna call you out on what you're doing with this abortion, man. You understand? And you gotta hear this and put it in your chest. Somebody got that, man? Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 5?
Carnal Khan, sir, the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 5. And also those merciless murderers of children.
That's what the Lord said. You a merciless murderer, man. All the ones like, that's why Jeremiah said they look like ghouls and goblins, because they're merciless murderers, man, of kids inside of a woman's womb. You a murderer, man. You merciless to be able to kill a child. Because you had some sexual pleasure and something came from it, oh, now you don't want to have a baby. Because you wanted to go out here and be a hoe.
Right.
You're a merciless murder of children. That's what God called you, man. Put that in your chest. If you want to go out there and protest something, say, I am a merciless murderer of a child. Wisdom of Solomon 12:5. Say that. Keep on reading, brother.
Khan Khan. And devourers of man's flesh.
Exactly what you're doing, man. Them little young brothers in there, man. Them probably like how Commander GEN.YAHANNA said, and Jeremiah, these are prophets coming back in the earth again, man. And y'all killing them, man. You devouring their flesh. Not let them walk the earth. That's why the Lord had overturned. That's why the Lord got Egypt fighting against Egypt. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. And the feast of blood.
Such a bloody mess, man. And let me tell you something. They done made, okay, Commander GEN.YAHANNA brought out on the show a while ago on Planned Parenthood on how much money they make off the body parts of these Israelites that they abort. They are getting millions upon millions of dollars from them body parts, man, and the blood as well. Keep on reading.
Hey, can I just add one quick
Yes, sir.
thing real quick? And now, I don't know if y'all heard, but now they doing DNA they're doing gene splicing, where what white people are doing now is they're trying to get the genes of blacks and Latinos, because they want the big lips like the Latinos and they want the big butts like black women. They're saying that we realize there's certain anatomies in blacks and Latinos make them healthier and better breeders, and they have that better shape. So now they are, and the men are more athletic. So they now trying to take genes. They're trying to experiment on the fetuses and take the genes out so that they can put them into white babies. So now white girls gonna start coming out. Give them 10 years, 20 years. White girls gonna come out with big fat butts, big lips. They men gonna be athletic with agility like black people, be able to ball and do all that. They're gonna have all the attributes of us without the color. That's what that's what even on, that's gonna be even more money. You could imagine how much they're gonna make off of that. Go ahead, Salah.
You know what you said is so correct. Something you said hit me and reminded me. And if anybody who's been in the Esau's military, you know this here. They say they love it when a brother from the ghetto or the body or the reservation join the military. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you are used to hardship, but you are athletic. You got a skill set that everybody don't have. You understand? My father told me when he was in Vietnam fighting the Viet Cong, and when they got into firefights, the Viet Cong knew when brothers was in that unit because they backed off. The brothers fought a different way. Dang. It wasn't like how Esau show you in the movies. He said that's a lie. Yeah. He said the brothers fought a certain way and they would back off because they knew brothers was in there fighting. They knew and they know our skill sets. That's why how Commander GEN.YAHANNA said they want our athleticism. They want what's inside of us. Not knowing, but what we got inside of us come from the Lord. You can't get that, man. That's something you can't get. No matter how many genes you splice, it ain't gonna happen because God gave this to us, man. You understand me? Keep on reading, brother.
Khan, sir. Verse 6. With their priests.
With their who? With their what?
With their priests.
With their priests, your reverence. Anybody that's supposed to be some sort of spiritual leader telling you that it is okay to have an abortion, the Lord is talking about them right now, man. These churches out here talking about something, well, yeah, it's okay to have an abortion. You can have an abortion, XYZ. These priests, let me tell you something. At one time, the black church was against abortions.
Yep.
They were stiffly against it.
Yep.
Now, because of money and pressure and running for the White House, now they down with it. The Lord talking about them right here, man. With your priests. The ones you say supposed to talk to the Lord for you and show you how to follow God. And they teach you how to be a merciless murder of a child, man. Keep on reading, brother.
Khan, sir. Out of the midst of their idolatrous crew.
All of them follow idols, man. Whole crew of them, man. Whole crew following idols and idol worship. Go ahead.
Khan. And the parents.
And the what?
And the parents.
And you parents out here as well, man. Telling your young kids, go ahead and get an abortion. You ain't got to be with him no more. Get an abortion. Cut them ties with him. or you got a career ahead of you, or you got to live your life, or you got to experience life. All you parents out there doing that, you doing that to your children, man. You are who the Lord called a merciless murderer. Put that in your chest. You understand? Put it in your chest. You are a murderer. You teach your children to become murderers. Which is why you see all the lawlessness going on out. All the lawlessness going on here is because you parents are here. You teaching your kids these things, man. Keep on reading.
Khan, that killed with their own hands, souls destitute of help.
You killed them young babies, man, with your hands that can't defend themselves, man.
Woo! That was cold. What scripture you got? What's that you pulled? What scripture is that?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 5 through 6.
Cold. Go ahead,
Them young babies can't protect themselves, man. They destitute of help, man. The only help they got is that mother and that mother and that womb they in, man. They're supposed to protect that baby at all costs. You understand me? That's why she got what's inside of her build, like how GEN.YAHANNA brought out the science on it, man. From the doctors. It's that way for a reason. You understand? That's the help that child got. But you parents, you pastors, you priests, you cats out here, y'all are merciless murderers, man. You are killing the ones who have no help, man, through abortion and Planned Parenthood. And General, you brought out a while ago about my Alpha 21. I was trying to find a video you did on the General, and I could not find it. I was looking. I was trying to get the video you did on my Alpha 21, where Margaret Sanger said this is made to destroy the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. She wanted to get rid of us as a people, man. But it's why we got that whole Planned Parenthood, man. Y'all better go check out my Alpha 21 and look at it and see what's going on with it. And the plot to kill us, man. Once again, there's all these plots for us to destroy us, man. That's just
This is not cold. Right quick, if I could, you was gonna say something, Jim?
No, sir.
Well, I was gonna just come in right quick with Raketa Pinkney said, just like the movie Get Out. You so right, sis. It's just like the movie Get Out. And Kareem, you right. Kareem Smith, you right. That said, if the Most High let it happen. That's right. They don't have enough time to do everything that they seek to do. And you dead right. They don't have enough time. If they had enough time, they'd wipe us out. Like the Lord said, if he didn't cut the time short, there'd be no flesh left to save. So they don't have enough time, but they certainly will be trying. You know what I mean? So what you're saying is dead on right. I just want to jump in on those comments in the chat room.
Yes, sir.
All right, we done with that one? All right, let's keep it pushing. What else? Where are we going next? KendrickLamar. Woo! Let me tell you something, if I could. The Lord only set up one place for the truth. That is the Israelite School of Universal Practice.
That's right.
Damn right. Damn right.
The only place that the Lord established as a place for this truth to be raised up with and to carry on the spirit of what Christ started and return it back into the earth. This brother right here, this is why we speak against Israelite groups that are trying to fake the funk. This cat here is supposedly was claimed, and y'all can check the videos, he was claimed by them cats in the purple. Them cats in the purple claimed that he was one of them, and they had a member in there that was one with him and all this. This brother right here did something so evil to Christ. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I was just telling me and GEN.YAHANNA was talking earlier. Like, I don't know what it is they got up there in Hollywood. When y'all get up there, boy, you give up everything. God, man, they get a soul up. You give it all up. Still shots only, all right, Mara? Yeah, the water. Like, I don't know what it is, but you give up everything. Your God, everything. This cat basically started making songs apologizing for the LGBTQ community. Meshach sent me the video on that. So for those who may not, now they broadcast this at the BET Awards, but the actual performance that he gave, and Marat, if you could put this in the description when this video is over, can you put in the description the link to the entire 5-minute video that he did of this? We can add it later, all right? Or we can get Meshach to add it later. Because in this video, first of all, he did this in Scotland, is where he performed this at, in front of an almost entirely white Scottish crowd. And in his performance, this cat turned around in his performance and in essence said, and y'all got to get the quote, but in essence he said, come on, you die. You put the video out. You know about the joint. Come on.
Connor will come at the end of the video. He said they judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights.
What a quote. What a quote. So in other words, it's like judging Christ to not let women kill their babies.
Wow.
That's what this clown said. This is a clown right here. This cat said if they don't allow, and that's why you fake ass Israelite groups, you don't know how to raise up men of God. You bunch like once again, Satan is so good. Satan, right when Christ was on his rise, Satan came to Christ and tried to compromise Christ. But Christ would not compromise. Remember, he said he raised him up and showed him all the riches of the earth and said, I give them all to you if you bow down to me. Well, these cats, man, y'all raise up cats that the minute Satan come and offer them the crown, a crown of this world, they sell out and take it. Like, haven't you ever learned anything? Moses resisted the crown of Pharaoh and delivered an entire nation.
Right.
Christ did the same thing.
Right.
This cat got up there and said, read, what's the quote again? Say the quote again.
Connor will Khan, he said they judge you, they judge Christ. Godspeed for women's rights.
They judge you, they judge Christ. And remember now, he's talking to a damn near all white crowd. So if you judge white people, you're judging Christ, Maya. Maya, you got to stop teaching against white people. You got to apologize for that shit you said about the Jewish boy. You got to get your life together, Maya. They so goddamn evil.
God.
Like some of you are not certified to raise up men.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be in the business of it.
Yeah.
Because you raise up weak monsters that'll sell their soul at the first dollar in their pocket.
Yeah.
And they'll compromise Christ, man.
Damn right.
Now, this cat went and put this out on the BET Awards, something that millions of black people are focused in and watching. They put this video out in that crowd, and where he sat up there and said, say it again, Salakia, you die.
Connor Khan, he said they judge you, they judge Christ.
They judge you, they judge Christ. And he put himself in a white shirt with a crown of thorns. They obviously had some blood bleeding device on him, where blood was coming out of his shirt and coming out of his crown down his face while he was Salakia, while he's singing this song. And as he got to the end, he put the chant on it. They cut the music, and he kept saying the quote.
Khan, he said, Godspeed for women's rights. They judge you, they judge Christ.
So in other words, if you don't allow a woman to have the right to kill her baby, then you are judging her, and then you are judging Christ. Like that, brother, is blasphemous, man.
Yeah.
This cat did. And once again, out of some weak ass, you gonna go down there to them purple cats thinking you're going to learn about God. I got bad news for you. You're going to learn how to be a sellout like them. Yeah. You're going to learn how to be a damn weak-ass cat that will not stand up for the Most High, man.
Yes.
You're going to learn how to be, man, something that is just an abomination to the Most High, man. Them cats walking around in that purple and gold, they're an abomination, man, to allow something like this to happen. Remember, they were touting this. He was one of them, and he was down with them. And here's what I want to know. If he ain't down with them, I want to see the tape where they denounce him, because you sure attached yourself to him. They sure made themselves one of him, said that they introduced their cousin or some other nonsense and act like he was one of them. So now, if he ain't one of you, where's the tape at showing that you denounce him and what he said was wrong, man? You understand? Like, you don't care about damn right. Like, you don't care about what happens to brothers, man. You don't care about their well-being, man. You understand? You're not afraid of what you can damage. You haven't learned the lesson. I learned the lesson because I was a monster at one time. Salakia. I learned the lesson of the value of the brothers and the value of this truth. I didn't always know it. I'll be the first. I take the first blow. I did not always know it. And understand? And we still learning as we go on. And that's why we got to follow Yahushua. And so you can pull up stories on me from the past. And they'll tell you General Yohanna was a maniac coming out them damn projects, trying to, make this work of the Lord, come out of the grave, because I knew it was the greatest thing that ever happened to us and would change all our lives, and we would no longer have to be drug dealers and murderers anymore. So yeah, I was a little maniac, and I made some mistakes back then, but I had to be taught. I had to be taught the right way. I had to be taught to not make those mistakes and to be careful and cautious of that, and to only raise up men that were worthy to stand in those seats. And they turned around now and raise up a bunch of pussies, man. This cat go up there and just totally sell out against Christ with a garment on, pretending to be like Christ. What a low-life nigga, man. What a low. And think about all the young brothers that's walking around in America. All them young brothers walking around in America, man, who's confused, who don't know for sure what they should do and what they should not do. Should they be for abortion? Should they not? Is it right? Is it wrong? They don't know. And you sit up there and take this clown, you get him all the way to the top in Hollywood. But I know whatever's in that Kool-Aid in Hollywood, boy, it break a nigga bad, boy. It break him bad, my y'all. He give up his God, everything. You understand? It break him bad. And you raise him up, he walk up in that Hollywood shit, and the next thing you know, man, now them brothers don't got no sanctuary in their mind for what is happening to them. That's why these schools are being built. Well, you think all these cats running in these streets and teaching and building and opening up schools and renovating them and being there for you and counseling and breaking down scriptures and giving up their weekends for you to get up on the top of the world in front of BET and then just throw Christ under the bus. What a dumb, weak-ass nigga, man. Show me the photograph with the background where he said, I am not your God, or some shit like that. Excuse my French. Like, this is the problem, man. Weak-ass niggas. And white people love this cat. Yep. And let me tell you something else, too, about them simple-ass purple cats. This cat did the whole entire, he did some kind of whole album for the movie Black Panther, did he not? And I don't understand y'all. When you make the money is when we got to worry about you the most. I don't even understand that. If I'm broke and I go get a pot of money, why would I change now? I got the money. You understand? I don't understand it. When you don't got the money, you standing on your thing. I ain't compromising. When you get the money, when you can relax now, you got the money, that's when you come off your shit. Excuse my friend. You understand? Like, I don't even understand that. I don't even understand that. And it is betrayal to every Hebrew Israelite warrior that ever stepped out on the street and put his axe to the grind for Christ's kingdom. You sold him out, you piece of garbage. Not to mention you sold out your king. You understand? You sold him out and instead told them white people that their struggle to kill your babies is the equivalent to crucifying Christ. Their struggle to exterminate black babies in abortion clinics is equivalent, you understand, to persecuting Jesus Christ. You went from standing on the street, you went from in the beginning saying, don't call me a black man, I'm an Israelite. Didn't he say something like that way back in the beginning?
Don't call me black no more.
Yeah, don't call me that. Right, don't call me black no more. You was all standing on it. See that there? This is what he put on the wall behind him. Your savior, I'm not. What was the point of that? Why even put that on the wall? You felt like you had to say that? You felt like you had to show them now. If it meant that you was trying to show them that you was not Christ, then you could have just said it. You could have said it in a meaningful way. But you said it in a way like, don't dare look at this like this is about, I don't know what the hell he said. I'm trying to figure the damn thing out. So, I realize I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. If I understand what this clown
if I could, gentlemen.
So,
if I could, he got this because he ain't got no leadership. And two things stick in my mind when we was talking about this cat with KendrickLamar. Something you told me, and these two little conversations we had, and it's stuck in my chest. I think I need to share with everybody here today. One day we was at camp in Times Square, and I'm battling. You crept up behind, you whispered in my ear. You said, "Hazayan, just hold the line." You just step back. And that gave me some energy inside of my chest, so I kept on blazing louder, kept on going. And I never forget that. And when you rose into the rank of general, You told me this here. The Slocky side, I think I need to share this with everybody. You said, Haas, you see all this bullshit out here? Because generals put their swords down. That's why you have all this garbage out here today. Don't never drop your sword. General, if I could have ran out my room that day in my window and hopped and started swinging my sword, I would have, man. Like, that gave me so much energy and life inside of me. The result of what you see out here today on TV, with all these cats and KendrickLamar and all of them, because cats in the past done dropped their sword. You understand? I'm talking about generals back in the day. They all dropped their swords. I'm not dropping my sword. You understand? Right. This is the reason why you see what you see. Why that cat right there doing that right there? Somebody should have been in the air like, no, you ain't gonna sell it because of money. You ain't gonna put it up there. Something. They should have been telling him that. But they didn't. Why? They dropped their sword. That's the reason. It's simple. They did it. Why you got these alphabet groups out here, knowing they all come from one West? They drop their sword. Simple.
Listen, what you saying is right. All right, that's true. You know what I mean? Like if you, and the scriptures say this. Get this for me, you die. The one way I think it's in the Apocrypha where he said, if you go to do the work of the Lord, prepare yourself for temptation. And then give me the other one where the Lord said, if you take hold of the plow and turn back, you're not worthy of the kingdom. I'm paraphrasing that one. You know that one? Somebody pull that one if they know that one. If you know it in the comments, throw that one at us as well. You know what I'm saying? General Q, if he's in there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some real, that was real hard. Most of the right. You know what I'm saying? Damn right. Like that. Go ahead, please.
If I can comment on just to piggyback off of it, the only way I make sense of it, because again, you wonder now they struggle. You struggle on the street. You try to fight to get out there to get this, and get your ideas and your talent out there. Now you got the money and you out there. What make you now, change the whole game and flip? And I think part of it is cowardice. And like how I said, they got no leadership. They got no brothers to be with them. They got no protection. And I think these Negroes is out there scared that if they lose the bag and got to get a regular apartment or regular something, now they could possibly get robbed or get that money taken from them or have nobody protecting them. They can't afford to leave out of where the criminals at that might steal from them because they ain't tough. You know what I'm saying? They ain't strong. So that money helps them stay in an area where they can be protected, a little gated community maybe, away from the norm where it's for protection damn near. Yeah. So when they threaten to lose it, like, listen, you can't do this, you can't do that in Hollywood or entertainment, or we're going to cut you off, you get blackballed. I think in their brain, that's the worst thing you could probably do is to fall back to the ghetto, you know what I'm saying, once you're out there. I think it's cowardice, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
I think you're right, General. Go ahead, you die.
If I may, sir, to back up what General Mayak saying, on the album Damn, on the song Fear, he brought that up. Kendrick said that, he said, I can't believe I'm famous, that's why I won't buy no Lexus. He said his biggest fear was going back to Section 8 with him and his mama stressing. And then they end the track off with his uncle or cousin, reading off the curses in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter.
I think I remember that part. But
that's crazy.
And I think I remember when he first came out, he was like, I try to live normal. I don't try to get expensive things. I try to keep it normal because then not splurge and waste my money. But here you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you're right. I say that's fear. You know what I mean? Like, look, you get out the ghetto and get the bag, you better be just like you was in the ghetto in the mansion. You be like, who that nigga? What was that? Oh, that's a sprinkler slot. You better be the same nigga. You know what I mean? Go ahead and console. Like, you gotta get the mic. God, like, you better be the same Negro, man. You know what I mean? Don't be acting extra and acting different. You still a slave. I don't care how much money you make. Yep. You still a slave. You better think like you a slave, and you better think about freeing your people and not you. And if I could, on what General Mayan said, that's part of the problem. That money make you think you out of slavery. And let me let a card talk, man. Go ahead. A card gonna break it down better than me.
So right, like how the Lord said, that the whole duty of man is to serve the Lord.
Boom.
But you start to get all rich and you get up into them higher circles and you think you start knowing everything and all day, you lose your mind out there like KendrickLamar did.
like you lose your whole way when you really supposed to be like General Hart said. You ain't got no leadership to understand how to follow the Most High for real. So you go make up on your own path and your own righteousness in your head, like you know what I mean? Because it's just,
listen, you right. I bet you go in the mansions with some of these entertainers. You're gonna find some of the dumbest, stupidest shit going on. You're gonna have temples in there and religions and good luck charms and all kind of dumb shit that you added to you after you got out of the hell. When you know what I mean, when really what you were supposed to be investing in is them brothers and sisters that was in there with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're supposed to invest in them in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And the problem of one of the drawbacks with investing in them, if you in the world, of course, is you can't trust them, which is why you need the truth. Why you need to come in the truth where brothers are raised the right way so that when you go back to invest, you doing it through the brotherhood. And this way it gets done right. A lot of you get that money and you go give some white charity money and think you giving back. Oh, I gave back because I went and gave to some white charity that's really putting some other white man in a mansion or some other silly nonsense. You understand? When that's the wrong way to do it. Boy, we need the truth. This cat here, I mean, just sold his soul out. Like I said, you can check out the link. We're gonna give him some more clicks so he can you can see the video and see what the hell not to do when it comes to learning this truth and carrying this truth into Hollywood. Damn Hollywood. Damn Hollywood and all they power of evil. Yeah. More wickedness and evil goes on in Hollywood than anywhere else. Why would you sell them out once you got there? I mean, damn, once you got there, I really don't understand that one. Like I be, it need to be a study done on why you give up your soul after you made $200 million. Then now you're gonna give up your soul. Before the $200 million, you wasn't compromising nothing. Now you got the 200 million, and now you give up your entire soul. You ready to become a whole nother person, which is the dumbest, stupidest, weakest thing you could ever do. I don't even understand it. You know what I mean? Okay, somebody dropped it in the car. Oh, you dropped it in the comments. Beautiful, beautiful. Give me my 2 scriptures, please, warrior.
Honorable Khan, sir.
Is that it? Y'all good?
Yeah, Honorable Khan. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Prepare your soul for temptation, man. Yeah. Prepare your soul for temptation. You're going to be tempted. You're going to be tempted by everything they ever use to tempt every other brother. White girls, drugs, money, jewelry, all of that. And this is why the truth is so beautiful. Because us in the truth, we know this place is coming apart at the seams. So we ain't investing in this place like we worrying about this place, doing any damn thing. Go ahead. Yes, please. Was that it on that? Okay, go ahead.
Luke chapter 9 and verse 62. And Jesus said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God.
Right. You put yourself to the plow. The Lord took you to Hollywood, made you wealthy and famous and all that off of what you learned from the Israelite school of UPK, by the way.
Yeah.
By proxy of some fake non-authorized teachers.
That's right.
Dressed up in purple like geisha girls. You understand? You got the truth. You went all the way to Hollywood and then sold your damn soul out. What a joke. What a damn joke to do that. Go ahead. There's more?
Can I say something, sir?
No, please. Jump
and just like how Commander Johanna bring it out, right? About it said, Christ went through the same thing. When you go to Luke, the 4th chapter, it tell you of the things that Satan tempted Christ with. The same thing we all get tempted with. You understand me? The money, the lust, temptations, all those things, the fear, all that Christ got tempted with, but Christ didn't fold. Like Christ laid the blueprint for us. The problem is, once again, that cat ain't being taught right because he's being taught by cats who drop their damn sword. It's really, that's what it is, man. You understand? Like a lot of these cats come out and, some of these cats going to wake up to who they are, XYZ. But a lot of them getting more attention than what they really should because they ain't really in the truth. It's like a what's that? It's like a fad almost, sir.
Yeah.
It's like a fad to some people now. They know I'm an Israelite.
Yeah.
I might rock some fringes. I see a lot of studs on garments and shoes and everything nowadays. It's a fad to most people, man. But to us, we take it serious. It's our culture, our heritage, our way of life, man. You understand me? You know, I know a lot of the brothers in the school, the I.S.U.P.K, a lot of y'all will come out with some heavy hitting songs. I love all y'all songs, man. But there's two songs that stick to my chest that I stick close to me all the time. It's Captain Kai's song, Loyal to the King. You got to listen to the words of what he's saying. And Ty Ward's One West Till They Bury Me. Now, those two songs, I stick close to my chest. You know why? Because they speak about giving up something and not dropping nothing for what you gave up. You're going to stick with it at all times. You know what I mean? And I listen to the songs, the words, and I say, you know what? This is what we're supposed to be doing here. Like, them two songs stay close to my chest. Something I like to hear personally for me, you know what I mean, because of what them brothers say in them songs. I hear what these cats are saying, but you really realize, you know why y'all listen to them cats? Because they're entertainers. And Esau telling you to listen to them cats. Esau put them on the platform. But they shouldn't be on the platform. You know what's be on the platform? Captain Cod, Don Yala, Ty War, you know what I mean? Kadazai. You know what I mean? All of the brothers hopping out. They should be on the platform out there spitting game to y'all about who you are and what you're supposed to be doing, man. Not the cats who Esau choose.
And you're right. You're right. You know, man, give it up. You know, you're right. Like his selling out was just so beyond selling out. It was like he used Christ to give Esau a way into the kingdom. He dressed up just like Christ to say, for you to not be able to say any persecution of white people is a persecution of Christ. That's what he said. There was white people up there in Scotland. Yeah. They ain't got a great Negro population in Scotland. You understand? You know, it ain't like, you know, Negroes is on every corner up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then on top of it, he used Christ to say, you know, any persecution of your right to kill these babies is persecution of Christ. Like, that nigga there is a sell out. Like, I can't even explain. And I ain't surprised, because them purple cats, man, they shedded everything that they was ever taught just to call themselves an Israelite group, which is, what the hell good is that? Like, and furthermore, if you believe you were in the truth, why are you changing? I ain't changing a damn thing.
That's right.
I don't care what. In this body, ain't nothing changing. We're going to teach exactly what was taught from all the way back in 1969. And I don't give a damn who turn around and try to tell you they not. I was there with Yaquab. Your ass was not.
Yes, sir.
I was there with Masha and Ariel.
Yes, sir.
Your ass was not. I sat in the room with him. You understand?
That's right.
You know, man, I am living proof of the work that they laid down. I am their student. Their direct student.
Damn right,
and I am their work that they got from the Lord back in the 60s, which they passed on to me in the 80s, which I'm still carrying to this day. And I ain't bending for nobody. Why the hell would I? You understand? Right, especially now. Like, back then, boy, I was in the jam back then when it was just me, few of us, remember? You know what I mean? We standing on the snow and the ice in D.C. That was the time for me to sell out. That was the time to be like, man, we better add a little Christianity in this shit, because we messed the hell up. We ain't do it then. Like, why are we going to do it now? We ain't doing it now. We done come up out the ground now. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna take back the Jewish boy comment now, my guy? Right. You know what I'm saying? You understand? I don't get what the hell? You know what I mean? Sure. Man, let me get a mansion in Hollywood, be a big ass shield up on the damn house. Like, neighbors gonna be complaining to the city council. He keeps a giant flag of, you know, on it. He says the white man is the devil is on his fence. Please, can we do something about this guy? Like, I ain't changing nothing.
Damn right. Shout out to General Cabal. He said the rapper Shine. I guess he claimed to be Hebrew Israelite. He said, but he come up on stage, don't represent, looking just like, you know.
I think he running for president in Belize.
Oh, yeah?
Or ran for president in Belize. So that might be why he trying to
I'll
tone
shoot
it
it up.
down. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but I think he running for president down there.
Okay.
Or something like that. Not that that's an excuse.
Yeah,
he should have still been. You know what I mean? You're right. Like you run for president, now you got to go ahead and we'll show you that this is the truth. Because this is the one thing everybody require you give up for you to be successful in this world, which is why you should not seek to be successful in this world. You should seek to build Christ's kingdom. That's what he was trying to say. You should seek the kingdom of heaven first, and then these things will be added on. If you don't seek the kingdom, then you got to go get them things from the other nation.
Yeah.
And the other nation is going to require you give up your soul to get them. So this is why you should build the kingdom of heaven. And guess what? Like any kingdom, just like their kingdom, they got everything in their kingdom because they built their kingdom. You go build Christ's kingdom, you'll have everything in your kingdom. And guess what? You'll also make the rules. You'll also be able to decide what is and is not in your kingdom. You'll also be able to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments. Why? Because it's your kingdom. You understand? That's why Christ said his kingdom is not of this world. That's why he said that. His kingdom is of a different world, not of this world. And it is why you should build a kingdom that's not of this world. And then whatever you make from your talents and skills and abilities, you can now put it to that kingdom. And how much of a shame is it if you do not do that, knowing you're the bloodline of the 12 lost tribes of the children of Israel?
Damn right,
like Kendrick Lamar's skills as a musician come from that bloodline. Yet you will sell that bloodline out so that your slave master can have another joy his day and pay you to be his slave and to sell your people down the drain for his pleasure. For his pleasure. You understand? He ain't asking you to put your life on the line. Like he ain't saying, if you don't put this in this song, we're gonna kill you. We're gonna poison you. We're gonna take away your kids, and we're gonna do this. He ain't saying that. You gonna go sell your soul for his goddamn pleasure.
Yeah.
I don't even understand that. Go ahead, Op. You gotta use the mic, Op. Please.
So it's like these leaders and these entertainers, they go above and beyond to appease our oppressor when the spirit of it, the same way our leaders convinced our people to crucify Christ over the murderer, the oppressor was like, nah, man. Like they would have more, like they don't understand that they would have more understanding with Christ, like in the sight of the oppressor. They trying to appease the oppressor, but even when they went to crucify Christ, Pilate was like, nah, I wash my hands with this. But our leaders so cowardice, they make the people turn against Christ in the sight of our oppressor, even the oppressor don't even honor it. Like he think, white people love him for it, but real white people like he's a punk. Like,
Listen, you're right. You're right. And you said something else that sparked something else too, Heavy Eye. That just think he gonna open the door for young brothers to hate the Lord's truth.
Yeah.
Like he done put the spirit out there for young brothers who might be on the fence or who might hear about the truth later or might pass the brothers later. Then listen to this clown on BET. And now they're gonna be like Kanye West. They're gonna be about later for this truth that you putting out. The very thing that would deliver their life, like you said. The very thing, like the very man that was right there to deliver their lives, them low-life bastards told the people, away with him. Give us Barabbas. Because of those black leaders who sold their soul out for the crumbs that the Romans had to offer. Go ahead, you gotta get the mic.
So he said, like you said, let's choose murder over Christ. So instead of Christ, let's have godspeed the women rights. So again, they choosing the murderer again.
Yes.
Let's choose murdering our babies over Christ. Let's choose the murderer all over again. Like he's ridiculous.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like what a evil, wicked thing this cat did, man, with this. Go ahead, Marat, and then we'll switch off. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Kind of real quick. If I could, I just want to thank everybody in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Number one, if I could give everybody a hand clap. If I could, because you said something earlier. If I could, sir, when you come into the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, the first thing you have to do is fight a demon. Like you don't get the chance to choose the world or to contemplate, is it the world or is it my, you know what I mean? Like, you don't get that choice. Like when you come into the ISUPK, you know that nobody likes the school.
Right.
It's like, so you make the choice right off the bat. It's like, I'm going to do it or not. Like,
Stand in front of the gate.
I never forget what Captain Ty Ward said to me, because you know him and General Hyman, they carnal brothers.
God.
And I was getting counsel from Captain Ty. It was a while ago, sir. It was a few Passovers ago. And he was like, he said he had got checked by General Hyman so bad, it was like, he was like, well, what I'm gonna do? Go back to the world? You know,
God.
so and that always stuck with me, because you know, through all the check-ins that I got, I always remember the brothers that raised me up. You know what I mean, and what you said just now reminded me of that. It was like, I remember coming to class and loving the class, like thinking the class was cool. But then when it was time for me to come in, I remember being mad, like, I don't want to deal with these niggas. So like, but I never forget that I was like, and that was the truth. So like, but
confession good for the soul.
But then I remember like that day when I decided to come in, like decided to actually come to class, because I walked from the camp all the way to the school. Literally.
Wow.
From and I used to do that. Like before I was a trooper, I just walked from West Philly down to downtown.
Wow.
Because I had no money. So I just come back and forth, just walk straight up Market Street or straight up Lancaster, Kanawaka, until I became a trooper. And then, you know, everything else, just the Lord was with me and the school was helping me. But I remember thinking like that time where it was like, okay, either I'm gonna do it or I'm not. But I remember the thought that was like, well, I really like this. But I remember knowing that nobody else liked it. So, and when you say like when brothers change, you know, they ain't changing because they don't like it. They might absolutely like the school or absolutely love the truth. But when the money come, when everything Captain Kyle was just saying, like when all the pressure come on you, then you got to choose. And if you weak, then you ain't gonna make it.
No,
so,
that's why I thank the Lord heavy what you saying, Marab, because it's a special type of brother that comes into the ISUPK. Like I be seeing like purple cats, the candy cane, talking about their numbers is big and come to us. And I look at the people who with them and say they don't belong with us anyway. You understand?
Yeah,
the
right,
vibe
sir.
on them. Like to be in the ISUPK, like Marab said, you got to choose something that you know people hate.
Right.
And you know once you become part of it, you're gonna be hated. But you done took it up in your spirit to say, I'm going to war with the world.
Right.
I'm joining these little bit of cats to go, because it's right to go against the masses that are wrong.
Damn
and
right,
I
sir.
love to fight. You
Damn
understand?
right.
And
Damn
that's the
right.
type of brother you got to be in. You got to come in here ready to battle.
Yeah.
Cats don't stay in here unless they with the warfare. You know
Damn
what I'm
right,
saying?
General. Damn right.
And go ahead, Marab.
No, you got it, sir.
No, please go ahead.
If I could, so it's the back of what General Mayak said. Last point, that first day when I even decided to come into the school, not to make this personal, but the first day when I even decided to come into the school, I remember walking down the street, and I'm like, man, you know, Lord, just show me where I gotta go. And I didn't know that. I don't even remember what day this was to even know if it was camp or not, because I was just so in the world. But I knew about the truth. And I remember I looked, because I was walking downtown saying, like, look, you know what I mean, trying to find different little fake organizations. But I was like, man, whoever the Lord is with, that's what I'm going with. And I looked, and the school was out there, and it was Captain the Kai, so big towel to you. So he had this red headpiece, the hang down joint, and he was cutting. So he like, all I just seen was this right here, like, you know what I mean? And he was getting at somebody. And I was like, oh man, see, this is what I'm talking about. But then I couldn't do nothing. I'm like, man, I'm like, look, man, I'm gonna make the choice. Like, I can't keep doing this. And I stayed there. I remember they circled up, and I asked somebody for a flyer. Captain Shapar came, gave me a flyer again, because I already knew where the school was, but I don't know why I asked for a flyer, because I already been to class. I asked for a flyer. And then they was like, yeah, the school's such and such up here. And I just walked to the school like, all right, man. And I was homeless at the time.
Wow.
But on the way to the school, because I decided to join the warfare, I made one phone call. I became like I stopped being homeless that day. Became a trooper in my sister's house. That like, wow. Yo, I mean, it all changed because of brothers that was going against the warfare. Not ain't like I seen somebody being nice. Like he was in a full out battle when I looked. So it was like, man. So you got to choose whether you going, fold or you want what was easy,
right?
Or be loved, or you gonna choose to be hated and what's hard, and
Like that's so true. That's so true. Go ahead, Kai.
If I can, I just read a comment. Somebody talking about the purple cats is y'all brothers too. We all brothers. Listen, RuPaul is our brother too. You understand? But he better get his ass right or receive the consequences. You understand? So that's that.
And he better not come in here.
You know what I'm saying? And he better not show up at the door.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, can I get another one? God, so damn true. You know what I mean? Like, and once again, you know what I mean? Whoever said that, made that comment, you so don't have the right understanding. Because what General GEN.YAHANNA is saying, this thing with KendrickLamar, and we're gonna move off of it, is proof positive why we can't allow fake groups to just try to merge their identity with ours. And it is why we have to constantly make it clear that we are not the same, because you will let them in and let them do what KendrickLamar did to the Lord's truth. But this gospel is everything to us. Like, we got a job to do. Like, you don't like they lock up police officers who break the law, who go against their law, not necessarily us. But if cops go against their law, they lock them up. Well, guess what? We're the police of Christ's program. That's right. It's our job to make sure we carry out this word.
That's right.
And we don't carry out this word, we breaking the laws of the Lord. We are turning away the Lord's the thing that the thing that the Lord is telling us to do. And we can't do that. And we can't allow somebody else to go ahead and do that. Y'all purple niggas can do that because you ain't in the truth anywhere. So you can do that, but don't lie them. Don't try to merge them with us. Make them get right. Like instead of saying those are our brothers also, why don't you go to them and say, how the hell did you let this Negro that's supposed to be a part of you shame God's word in such an evil ass way?
Damn right.
Like some of y'all are born Christians. You want to hear love. Give me that scripture where the Lord said, prophesy unto me. Huh? Come on, give it to me. My God, that was good. That was good right there. We're getting the mind meld together. we going telepathic on y'all in a second. You know what I mean? In a minute, it's gonna be like, You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like that's like we can't allow that to happen. But some of you out there, you just want love to everybody. Love, but not real love. You don't mind if, as long as everybody come in and sing and talk about love, you don't mind them doing a little child molestation, a little raping, a little, some little lesbianism, getting a little smoke, a little weed in the back of the church or out back, a little pork, you know what I'm saying? A little sleep around on somebody else's. You don't mind none of that as long as on the front is all love and brotherhood and sweetness. No, man. I don't even wear nothing purple no more. I used to have different garments. I had purple garments. You know what I mean? All that. I don't wear none of that. I don't even wear and I could, but you ain't gonna see me in nothing purple just out of protest of these weak ass niggas that y'all follow.
That's right.
Damn right, you know.
And look, here's the result. This KendrickLamar shit is so like, once again, how you gonna come in the truth and teach the truth, and these young brothers' soul is not your number one priority? Right. These young sisters' soul is not your priority. When it's not your priority, you'll produce the KendrickLamars. When it is your priority, then that's what the hell you'll focus on. I mean, I'm done with it, man. Unless y'all want to go ahead, Kyle, please.
Like I said, I hate to slow it up. I just want to say one more thing. It's like to the world, this is amazing. Like to that world, it's on this. What he doing is amazing. But when he did that rant, he reminded me of a homeless schizophrenic at the camp that just keep repeating something over and over and over. And Christianity, like to us, to the men that really follow Christ, like what he did was shameful.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I remember one tape you did in North Carolina, so when we went to North Carolina for that big camp, when you had did that documentary for
Oh yeah, for the BBC or so. It was from
Vice,
from
Vice,
Vice or something.
Dr.
Yeah.
Vice. And there was some brother out there, he just kept repeating some Christian God. He just kept saying it over and over and over. And that's the same thing this cat is doing right here. Like, because he's rich and famous, people think he's doing something, you know, glorious and all that, when he's really like a crackhead on the street. So
And listen, and I'll bet a white man wrote the whole thing. I bet down to the chant. I bet the white man, because that's certainly how they brainwash. That's how the East Indians brainwash you. They brainwash you by chanting something. And he got up there and chanted something so demonic, I ain't gonna be surprised he didn't do it, because some white man wrote and said, man, this is the way to do it, man. You're gonna impact them in the end, say all this, shut the music off, chant it 10 times, drop the mic, walk off, man. They probably wrote the thing for him. And his dumb ass don't even know the difference, man. Man, the thing was disgusting, man. It was disgusting. You know what I mean? So that's it, man. I'm gonna get up off it. All right, you die. Can we gonna move? Let's move on. Then. Oh, you do. Hold on. Go ahead. Let it go.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 9. That this is a rebellious people.
God.
Lying children.
God.
Children that will not hear the law of the Lord.
We children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Val Farad Thor put a statement in the comments. And Val, I'm not going to read the whole statement. But Val, we are open for an alternative. Bring me them black, Latino, and Native Indian babies. Don't you bring me no white babies. I'm going to send the white babies to the fire station. I'm telling you right now. If you bring me black, Latino, and Native Indian babies,
right,
I'm going to place every last one of them where they need to be. If you a sister out there, Val said, can we start to promote it? And the answer is absolutely yes. Matter of fact, I'm going to appoint somebody from this day on. I'm gonna get with the generals, and I'm gonna appoint somebody specifically to promote that in the school, and I'm gonna create a budget for it as well. We're gonna open the door. Any woman, anytime, day or night, we're gonna come up with a number for her to call, and we're gonna have a network set up for her where she can call, pick up the phone, and have that baby dropped off. Val, you dead on point. Let's do it, y'all. Let's do it, Israel. All right. All right, let's get it on. Where we going next, y'all? Oh, yeah, finish that, please.
Khan. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 10, which say to the seers, see not,
right.
And to the prophets, prophesy not
That's
unto
us. So I'm sorry. Right there. Go ahead.
Prophesy not unto us right things.
Right. That's what we say to the seers and the prophets. Don't prophesy us right things. KendrickLamar gonna be loved because of this. Sell tons of albums because of this. White people, he in the full crossover genre. White people gonna love him because of this. But here's what the Lord gonna look at him like he do in any abomination that is against the Most High, man. You understand? So selling out might feel good now, but in the future, brother, it's gonna be a horrible, sad thing for you to do in the near future. Go ahead, Doc.
Khan. Speak unto us smooth things.
Speak unto us smooth things. Say smooth, nice, sweet things. Tell us about good things. Sing us some songs. Let's have some church songs going. Let's do that. Let's have some church. When they say when I say sing us a song, I ain't talking about, the songs of righteousness. I'm talking about sing us a song that makes us think we can love every nation in the world. That's the song they want to be heard. Not the songs that you should be here, that you should call yourself to the war of spirituality, to fight against the evil spirits that's trying to enslave you and destroy you day and night, to fight against the principalities, like the Lord said, which are princes of darkness or authorities of darkness that sit in rulership over you, man, in this kingdom. Go ahead,
Khan, sir. Prophesy deceits.
Prophesy lies. Tell us lies. What he did in that video was a dirty, stinking, disgusting lie that hurt black people so bad. You don't even begin to see the impact of it. 16 and 17-year-old girls are going to go and kill their babies because this clown sat up there and made a song saying that it's, changing the whole scenario. Made a song like, it's with Jesus if you kill that baby. And you don't get more diabolical than that. made a song saying it's like you're persecuted. Like if somebody say you can't kill that baby, sister, you persecuted just like Jesus. So you're gonna be closer to Jesus if you kill that baby because he was persecuted. You kill that baby. You free to do that. You go do what you. That's a wicked ass nigga right there. You hear me? He did worse than Kanye West. He did worse than what Kanye West did, and the Lord fucked him up. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
Kanye West. He should fear the Lord and repent. You understand? Like what a low life piece of garbage, man. So is that it on that? So that's it on that. I'm done with the salaki for my the words that I use. You know what I'm saying? All right, we moving on, y'all. What else we dealing with, you Dad? Come on with it.
Scientists concerned about public health threat as man contracts super gonorrhea.
Super duper. Read some more of the story. Switch me off, Marag. I gotta step away for a second.
That sounds like it hurt.
And an Austrian man in his 50s has been infected with a super potent strain of gonorrhea that can't be treated with common antibiotics.
Y'all keep sleeping with them white men, man. He got some gonorrhea that cannot be treated with no antibiotics. Damn, I lost the head for it. Oh, it's on my arm. I got it. All right, here we go. Yeah. Good night. Go ahead.
After having an unprotected sexual encounter during a trip to Cambodia.
To Cambodia? God damn. You got some Cambodian gonorrhea. Go ahead.
Honorable Khan served. In April, 5 days after having an unprotected sex with a sex worker in Cambodia, the man was seen by a urologist in Austria complaining of painful urination and discharge flying out of the tip of his penis.
Did he say flying out the tip? God damn.
He said flying?
He said
Read that again.
Like, that's a plague, guy.
So like it's flowing. I said
oh.
Huh?
It's flowing.
You said what?
I said flying. It said flowing.
Flowing. Oh, you said flying. Cause listen, that might have been the spirit show. The word said flying. The Lord made you come and flowing. The Lord made you see flying. Right? Go ahead.
Conor Wakan, diagnosed with gonorrhea, he was initially prescribed with regular antibiotics. His symptoms elevated 2 weeks later, and swab culture tests on his samples returned negative, but a PCR test done with the urethral sample showed that he was still positive for gonorrhea.
Dang.
A result doctors considered a possible treatment failure. After 7 days of taking amoxicillin, acid, another antibiotic treatment for gonorrhea, the man's urethral sample again returned negative in a culture test. He did not receive a PCR test the second time. Scientists concluded that the gonorrhea strain was highly resistant to common antibiotics.
It's a rough one. That's a rough one. Like, that's a reason to not buy whores.
Yeah.
That's a reason to not engage of unauthorized sexual behavior that the Lord is against. You know what I mean? Like that's reason to build a family as righteous as you can. That's a reason to, have a committed relationship and have your wife commit to you to build that body up the right way. And that's so important if you want to have children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want to have children, you want to be as healthy as you can. And so that's a good reason not to. And more plagues coming from the Lord. Go ahead. Is that it on that? Okay.
If I could,
come on.
Listen. With the super gonorrhea and the monkeypox, I don't know what they're gonna do now, man. Like the Lord is trying to show you that you better stop with your evil ways, man. You know what I mean? All this illicit sex, these things going on. The Lord is telling you, I'm gonna punish you for what you're doing if you don't stop. You know what I mean? You already got the HIV/AIDS out here. you got the monkeypox, got the super gonorrhea, and if you get gonorrhea long enough, that make you sterile. Yeah, that make you sterile. Woman, if a female got gonorrhea long enough, she won't go sterile and ain't be able to have no babies. You understand? And that's why it's so important. Like, I think back to when I hear these kind of stories, the rules that we have in the I.S.U.P.K. that was set down by the heads, which Commander GEN.YAHANNA received, and he set it down to us, which is so right, sir. So right. That when you meet a sister, man, take your time and talk with her, man. Like, take sex off the table for the first time in your life and find out if she really somebody you really want to be with behind the sex. You know what I mean? You might find out you don't want to deal with her. She might be at number 25 or something, but she might be something you don't want to deal with. Learn how to tell them no. Learn how to shut them down. Because if you don't, you pick the wrong one, man. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get this right here. And it's waiting for you. You got the AIDS, you got the monkeypox, you got, the super G. You know what I mean? The super G 5000 is going to tear you out of the frame. It's going to hurt when you go to the bathroom. You better change your life for the Lord, man. You understand? And the Lord call him for it. Because if not, this is going to be you.
If I may.
Please.
Yes, sir. I just said, read. The book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying,
it's the Most High. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Come out of her, my people.
You better. General Hodge just told you. The Lord been said it. Come out of this place. Don't do what they do. Yeah. You understand? Don't follow their examples, man, or you will get super gonorrhea. And there's a lot of supers coming. It's a lot of supers coming that the Lord going to send. Go ahead.
Khan, that ye be not partakers of her sins.
You go having sex with these heathens. You go having sex unlawfully. That's called fornication, according to the Bible. You go have unlawful sex. Read.
Khan. And that ye receive not of her plagues.
And then you'll get these super plagues that the Lord's sending out, man. So y'all best come out of her. Take the advice of the prophets, because we get it from the Lord. You understand? That's it, sir.
And if I could just add one last thing before we leave. Listen, in Egypt, the Lord cursed the Egyptians with hemorrhoids. The entire Egyptians. And with a severe case of God hemorrhoids that come from the Lord. And brother, them Egyptians was totally messed up when that happened, because they had to walk. I mean, hemorrhoids is bad enough. You get the bad hemorrhoids with the hemorrhoids coming out of you. You in a jam. Well, the Lord gave it to all the Egyptians. The whole damn country had hemorrhoids. That's hell. Man, wasn't no preparation H back then. So you was in trouble, and that's how the Lord hit you. You know what I mean? So, get ready.
Somebody bought up that blue waffle. I don't know if that's a thing. Is that really a thing?
I think that's a made-up name they used for some sister that they was attacking. Out of that purple group, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. They nicknamed it, I believe, that. So I'm not sure. That's what I recall. I could be wrong. Let's move on. Let's go ahead. What can we squeeze in before we get up out of here?
It says World Health Organization panel, monkeypox not a global emergency at this stage.
Go ahead.
The World Health Organization said the escalating monkeypox outbreak in more than 50 countries should be closely monitored, but does not warrant being declared a global health emergency. In a statement Saturday, the World Health Organization Emergency Committee said many aspects of the outbreak were unusual and acknowledged that monkeypox, which is an epidemic in some African countries, has been neglected for years.
It's been an epidemic. They ain't said nothing about it, but now, of course, it's spreading to Europe. And so now, of course, they want to get all into it. And the fact that it's spread all over the world, for them to turn around and say it's not that serious or it's not that important is ridiculous. Of course it's important. Of course it's serious. It's crazy to think that it's not. Go ahead,
And that's like, and if I kid you, that go in the back of that's them telling them homosexuals, let's keep doing our thing. They got commercials like that. Commercials, some I forget the name of that medicine for
Chantix. Chantix.
It sounds right.
Yeah, that sounded like that. Yeah, Chantix.
Keep your HIV number so low, it's like you can't pass it on.
Yeah, you can't.
And the word, the phrase of the commercial is keep being you, something like that.
Keep being homosexual.
Exactly. Keep being you. Don't stop. Don't let these plagues stop you. listen, take this Xanax and it'll knock your numbers down so low you can kiss all the boys you want. You know what I'm saying? It's like disgusting commercials out here. This reminds me
if I could, also too with the monkeypox, what you saying, right? And I just thought about something. Remember how KendrickLamar was saying earlier in the show about they put a ham all over top of us, right? They pushing ham. Well, you go deal with ham, and thinking you got Mr. whatever from the original man, you will end up getting the monkeypox. Didn't that article just say that it was something that came from Africa that was being ignored for a long period of time? Well, what you think is out there? Them diseases, man. And you're going to catch them. Yeah. That's why the Lord gave us laws for us to be separate, man. Deuteronomy 7:3, man. That scripture is very important if you're a black, Hispanic, or so-called Native Indian. You understand? It's important because the Lord said don't make marriages with them. Don't give your sons and daughters to them. You understand? Don't do that, man. If not, you're putting your son and daughter's life in danger. In danger. Because it ain't this. It's more than just the monkeypox now. It's got to be more than that. They got a whole bunch of stuff going on over there, man. And by you doing what you're doing, you're giving your kids a recipe to destroy themselves. So like, sir.
And just think, they bring in the Hamites in the mix among us. So what you think we're going to have next?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead, you die. Let's take us to the next one right quick. We still got a little time.
Sir. Iran launches rocket into space as nuclear talks to resume.
Iran now got a rocket into space, which means they're going to be able to put a missile on it, a warhead on it once they get that nuclear thing together, which means we closer to that war. You know what I mean? What's that scripture where the Lord said armies and armies into the valley of Jehoshaphat?
Yeah, come on.
Somebody pull that. You keep reading though.
Colonel Khan. It says Iranian state television said Sunday that the Tehran had launched a solid fueled rocket into space.
A solid fuel rocket. That means that rocket can get all the way up into space and do some distance, which is what all of the nations want. All of the nations want rockets that can go into outer space, not be held back by gravity, so they can go across the earth and back down in and hit their target on the other side of the world. Like them having this ability means that they could bomb countries on the other side of the world, which means we closer to that nuclear war. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Which once again means they all know it's going to happen because they can't avoid it. How could you avoid it when countries have all these weapons and are enemies and you infringing into those countries? You know what I mean? They said they came out with a report saying that Putin is bombing Ukraine like crazy. They tried to act like it was an even war and they was evening it out. Man, I already knew. You know what I mean? That them Russians, they got the same stuff the U.S. got over here. They got the same gats. And they busting cats just like the U.S. bust cats in Iraq and Afghanistan and other places. They went over there and bombed the hell out of them Ukrainians, and he continuing to bomb them Ukrainians out. Like the country don't even look nowhere near like it did before. The country do not look. The country look like Afghanistan now.
Yeah.
And the map they showed, the latest map, it was a lot of red for Russia.
Yeah.
It was like a little small yellow with the red stripes for Ukraine.
Ukraine. And he obviously trying to bring them to their knees because he could have been bombed Kiev and just took the whole damn country. But it seemed like he trying to hold off so they can come to the table. You understand? Sure. But once again, they sleeping on Biden. Biden is really got Europe convinced to be down with him. They trust Biden. He an old school, you know what I'm saying, cold warrior for the West. And they trust his ass because they steady in there fighting while Ukraine is burning. And they still trying to hang in there. But eventually they're gonna have to come to the table, man, and and stop that thing they doing. But they don't want to do it because they know they need Russia down to go into a nuclear war. It's bad, man. The system, this whole place is getting ready. They getting ready to pull the rug out from under this place, and then it's gonna really be on. Which is gonna be a beautiful sight. Having this truth is what's gonna deliver you out of the hell that you in. Trust me when I tell you.
Damn right, sir.
This right here gonna make you decide the right decisions that you should make. and you're going to get the right understanding and the right wisdom. People are going to lose their minds as this place crumbles apart because they're not going to understand it. You will understand it because you've been listening and learning and growing in this truth, and you building your own government of righteousness through the Lord. You understand? By participating and being down in the UPK. You got great days coming, man. That's why Christ says, see that you be not troubled. So you got great days coming, man. That as this place starts to crumble, you got great days and great opportunities. After a while, our people ain't even gonna be, you ain't even gonna be working for ESO. You're gonna be working for your own nation. After a while, you're gonna be building everything, growing everything. Your mind gonna get right. You're gonna come up off them drugs, man. Your sons is gonna learn how to not kill each other, but the importance of each other. Your whole society is gonna change, man. And it's gonna be changed because it's got to be prepared for when Christ returns, to be in the right spirit to get ready to take over the empires of this world. So you got great things coming. Go ahead, Op. Please.
I think Joel 3 and 2.
Yeah.
Khan, in the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 2. I will gather also all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
They're going to all be brought down into this nuclear war in Israel. And now the Iranians, who are arch enemies of the state of Israel, just got them a rocket that can go into space. And they're very close to them nuclear weapons as well. And it's going to be on and popping in this kingdom. You got more in that verse?
Khan, and will plead with them there for my people.
And that's the Lord. I love the way the Lord says that. And I will plead for them, because his way of pleading is he going to make a bloodbath in that war, in that valley. That's him pleading. His pleading ain't, he using the term pleading, but what he's saying is, I'm going to kill you like I desperately want my people free. You know what I mean? Like he going to plead. His pleading is going to be killing. Go ahead,
Khan. And for my heritage, Israel.
And for his heritage. That's why you shouldn't sell out like KendrickLamar. Because you the part of the Lord's heritage. You can't just give it away. Go ahead,
Khan, whom they have scattered among the nations.
Which means we scattered among these nations. They scattered us among these nations. We need our heritage back. This is what the Lord is returning for, to give us our heritage back. Give us our identity back.
That's right, sir.
That's what this is about. Is that it on there?
And parted my land.
And parted the Lord's land. Gave the so-called Jews sitting up in the Lord's land now. You know what I mean? And look at where we at. Did I miss any big stories on the list? Nothing we mentioned that need to come out now?
No. I think we covered all
all the big ones. All right. With that, join us every Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 9 p.m. right here on the BLACKWATCH.news channel. Pay your tithes, brothers and sisters. Support this truth. Go to ISUPK.com. Stop being stingy and holding back. 10% of your increase is fully required by the Lord in the scriptures. Support this truth. Check us out at ISUPK.com for all the latest things going on around the world in the ISUPK. Join us every Monday night. We do it up live. Want to thank the heavy hitters for coming in tonight. General Mayat, General Hazayan in the building with us.
That's right.
General Muhammad is on assignment with Canada. Big shout out to Marah, Officer Marah, Officer Yadai, Officer Azad, holding us down every week in the studio. And big ups to our special guests. You understand? Officer GEN.YAHANNA in the building. You understand? Officer Card in the building. I'll see y'all next time, y'all, live on the UPK. Shalom.
That's right.
Damn right. Top 3, not 2 nor 3. The top 3.
Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends, or we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit, I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino, so what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got Groupon for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Impalas, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been a stopper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going them off Patron, premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had a nigga spin like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel igniter, I'm winning coming through with the title because U.P. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
Home of the truth, we take off. Don't like what we say, cause they soft. If they ain't with it, that stay lost. If they make up a group, it's a break off. And we don't do unity camps. It's only one body in Christ. We follow these laws. Endure to the end that we sacrifice. Every day we working, exposing these lies and false teachers. Hell yeah, we gon' talk about it. Blasting the truth through these loudspeakers. You niggas is acting like bitches, only care about riches. Give a fuck about your feelings, you're killing our sisters. And I can't forget to mention you niggas is snitches. Got us fucked up, y'all niggas just talk tough. Acting like y'all about shit, y'all really need to shut the fuck up. UPK, we warlords, we take ground and we here to stay. Get rid of the get gone, fuck a break off, y'all in the way. Let me tell you something, man. The I.S.U.P.K under Commander GEN.YAHANNA been here since 1969. We ain't gonna let no fake Israelite group, no unity camp. You understand? No fringes on the shirt wearing motherfuckers tell us what the fuck to do, man. Y'all sitting here letting heathens in your group killing our sisters, man. You ought to be a goddamn shame of yourself, man. We ain't gonna stand for that, man. We're gonna continue to speak out against that. We ain't going nowhere, man. You ain't gonna run us off no block. You understand? Under normal circumstances, I would have a whole nother verse on this song. But see, these ain't normal circumstances. These the type of circumstances where everything needs to be addressed, man. Everything need to be put out on the table, man. A mirror need to be put out in front of you niggas' faces, man. So y'all can see what y'all doing. You need to see your transgressions. That's the only way this shit gonna get resolved, man. That's the only way we're gonna be able to sit down at the table. You gotta get rid of your pride, man. You gotta repent from your transgressions. You gotta come together, man, in one body. Now, I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. The I.S.U.P.K is that one body, man. That's the only way this gonna get resolved. So now, what you gonna do? You either gonna barbecue, you gonna mildew, man. You gotta make a choice. And those are your only options. I pray you understand.